Well, hello there, Chick Chat. We are back with another Suddenly Amish episode, and it's not the end. There will be more episodes.
There will be more, and I can confirm now officially with 100% confidence that we will have an 8-episode season. So
It's
we will
only
have
8?
Yes, we will have 2 more episodes. Episode 8 is officially titled The Reckoning Day. So that's my 100% confidence.
100%
Unless there's episodes after for the people who stay, but I doubt that. So I think it will end after episode 8. Which makes more sense. I thought a 6-episode season was quite short. I didn't know if maybe something happened that they had to shorten it. And I mean, something kind of did happen here in this episode. We lost quite a few people. So,
Yeah.
but
But here's the visual of Aaron for you while you're
I
coming in.
just loved this opening. I mean, this was where the opening credits came out and everything. I mean, the Lancaster, Pennsylvania thing came out over him. So I just thought it was hilarious. This guy is really embracing the life, don't you think?
He does seem like the top contender at this point, but
Fully shaved, riding a bike, straw hat. He's having the time of his life.
can't hear for shit, but
Can't
here he
hear for
is.
shit. Honestly, I feel like that aids in his Amish journey. I
I
feel
would
like
think
if
so.
he had hearing aids, he'd be much more involved with the English people instead of working.
Yeah, I think also it probably made church a little bit better too because he can't understand that language anyway. So
That's true.
it's probably best to not even hear it.
That is true. So, getting into the actual episode, we are 10 days now until the Reckoning Day, which is the day that Bishop Vernon is going to decide if the people who are still there can stay. And we jump back into the episode where last episode, Kendra and Matt decided to take off. The reasons for their taking off have varied now from an argument with James to wanting to have alone time to enjoying their date and not wanting so many people around, having some intimacy. Even reading the Bible has been some of their excuses. So either way, they're at this hotel room and James is just driving after them like a madman on a horse.
Well, the thing they say that they wanted to get to know each other a little bit better because they're interested in each other. But when Matt came back in, they told him you can't date. You've been married, bro.
I know, and still, even then, if I remember right, I mean, he had it in the back of his mind, like Kendra's not Amish yet, so it's almost like she was his only option. But again, I don't like siding with James. I will never side with James, but I do think that he should have given her a chance to really adapt to the Amish life. And then if she didn't, then of course they're gonna explore their connection or whatever they're doing.
Right.
But whatever, it's their life. It's not mine.
It's
And
partly Emma's fault too, honestly, which also might be a little bit of James's fault because she was lurking in their picnic date. Had they just left them people alone, maybe they wouldn't have got a hotel room.
true, definitely. I can agree with that too. And it seems like Emma has, I don't know if guilt is the word, but she has definitely some feelings about the whole situation too. But James is on the way to this hotel. He does not want his potential woman to be defiled. Now he says that she has potential and that she'd be a great addition to the Amish community, but really we all know
No,
he's saying
he said an Amish wife.
you're right. And you're right. But he did not say his Amish wife. He did not say, he did not put himself into it, but we all know he's involving.
He did with his eyes.
He did. And that he doesn't want her to be defiled. He is going to stand in the way of that.
I mean, doesn't he think that she's already probably been defiled? I mean, even Billie Joe came in there with a toy. It's
I guess, yeah. I was about to say not maybe in the Amish community, but it's not like they're allowing Matt to wipe his slate clean. So why would they let Kendra wipe her slate clean? Only because James is a man and he, thinks he can do that.
There's nothing that they can do at this point. But James takes his horse and buggy
all the way.
And the production follows him, even though half the production's already there. But production follows him and he just bangs on this door for, I don't know, how long do you think he was there? They said he was there a long time. Like,
I know. They were in their confessionals talking about how long he was in there. or not in there, but banging. I would guess it couldn't be more than 5 minutes.
It could, I mean,
Because
it
5
could have been
minutes
up to
feel like a long time when someone's
it
at your
can.
door that you're not letting in.
Maybe 10, 20 tops, but I just can't imagine like what they were doing in there, like under the covers. Like, is he gonna come in?
I
Like,
know. I was thinking
hiding
that
from the
too.
window.
Right. Are they like hiding in the bathroom? Are they just sitting on the bed waiting for him to bust the door down? Is Matt like getting ready for a
Got an
rumble?
axe. Yeah.
Why didn't they have a camera in there? This is the thing. I know that there are producer shenanigans going on, even with this, especially with this hotel situation. Why did the producers not just give them a text and say, hey, why don't you guys start filming for 10 minutes about what's going on in there and what you guys have been up to? And then, knowing that dude was going to come bang at the same time. So they would at least get their perspective. That's something that they could have easily done. And I know that they have been manipulating the absolute crap out of this show. So I'm disappointed that we didn't see the inside of that hotel room.
Yeah.
So sad.
I think that they could have at least showed us them checking into the damn hotel.
Something, right? Like I wanted.
Like, how do I even know they were really in there?
Agreed. Totally agreed. And I wanted kind of the vibe of what was going on. Are we running from the Amish? Are we madly in love? Are we, something in between? What's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, James wanted to know too. He wanted to know exactly what was happening in there. But either way, Kendra feels like just being caught in a motel room makes her feel dirty, so she can basically never go back. Okay. I don't really know what to make of that, because it's like you chose to go there. And so you thought it was going to be a secret. I think her and Matt thought it was going to be a secret. Like Matt was mad at everybody, because of what they said to the Amish people about them being there. So I just don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't think Judah gets it either.
Nobody really does, which I was a little surprised to see people not really turning so quickly, but I guess turning so quickly on Matt and Kendra. I mean, everybody in that house was like, the rules are the rules, man. We follow the rules here. Everybody's trying to follow the rules. But I do get what the boys mean, especially like Alan apparently just had that conversation with them that day about having a hands-off relationship, and now you guys are at a hotel. Like, you guys are acting just dumb.
Right, like this could have waited like the 10 days.
Yeah.
I think Matt went back there because the producers were like, go get your girl,
I agree. Yeah, I don't think he really came back to be Amish.
No.
And maybe he did want to confront James a little bit, but that's never gonna resolve that issue. Kendra is the issue between them.
For sure. So. That man, James, mowed like 5 blades of grass. And,
right. And I didn't take a picture, but I saw this episode, somebody was mowing grass, I think Judah, and he had a brand new green painted grass cutter. So he did get the rusty one on purpose.
Yeah, because the thing is like those push ones, if they're gas, you don't need electricity for that. You just need gas.
True.
They're gas powered.
True. But the other one that he had that Judah was pushing, it was still one of those just regular push ones with spindles, but it was brand new. It just wasn't rusty as balls.
Yeah, James wanted to blame that for the reason he had to go on a picnic instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Let's go have a picnic. I will come up with a basket out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That part, I don't know why it gets me so mad, but it does.
Well, the house isn't just mad at Kendra and Matt. They're also mad at James. Emma's confronting him on why he would even do that. Why would you even go there when we're in love?
I know. I loved this. This is where their relationship really becomes more and more evident. And they're obviously tight-lipped still in this whole episode about what's going on, but it is so clear that she has an issue with James specifically because of Kendra.
Oh, very much so.
Love it. And so she even basically says as much. I mean, yeah, she says that she doesn't agree with what he did, but she also leans in really close to him because she's really good at doing that and does it all the time. It's so creepy. And says, I didn't know that you liked Kendra, I guess.
I guess.
I guess.
That's what made her leave later.
Did you peep this thong just blowing in the wind?
Yeah. I figured it was Kendra's.
I figured it was too.
You know,
I mean, heck,
it
could be Billie Joe's.
Possible.
Oh, yeah. So everybody is kind of reeling from the motel situation. They don't really know what to do with themselves with Matt and Kendra being gone. Alan is also pretty upset. He's kind of taking it personally, he says, because he sees himself really as the father figure of the bunch. And then all of a sudden, Matt shows back up. Kendra, there was like a little clip of Kendra walking outside of the motel room, and she says that Matt decided already that he's going to leave. So he's going to go get his stuff. He has a flight to catch, but she didn't know exactly what she was going to do yet. Hey, Days. It was in our faces when James went to her room and only a towel. I know, with his like wrinkly arms too. I mean, I'm hoping that it was just night vision, but the man looked like the back of my grandpa.
It was weird. I don't know.
And he was bald, and that's what happens when you sin, okay, James?
Well, he's thinking he's not sinning, but he is sinning with his cousin, I think. There's something going on.
The man is full of sin.
Even Alan's picking it up, and Alan didn't go to Rumspringa.
I know. Oh, but they were all living in that house, you know, and it seems like it was happening right, like, outside. I bet Alan and Sarah were just watching from the porch.
So was Emma just staying in his house before Alan and Sarah moved over, or what?
I don't know. I mean,
like, where was she? That's what I want to know.
She obviously went home this episode, so home is somewhere else.
And how many rooms are in this house? Because
agreed. And I don't even think this is James's house. I think they found an Amish home that they wanted to turn into a set. It was probably like previously abandoned. Like, I don't know. I just don't trust these producers at all.
Well, that's one of the questions I have about the Amish is like if one of these people, let's say Aaron, because he's here, decides that he wants to join the Amish, do they give him a home? Like, do they just have them laying around and he just gets one? Or like, where do they store him?
I was wondering about that as well. Like, come Reckoning Day, where do they go? Do they stay with Alan and Sarah? Do they get adopted by another family? Do they get a home? Do they just give those away like Oprah? I doubt that they just have homes like that, but
then again, like, they must, because it's not like these people have to pay like a water bill or electricity bill or really much of that. I mean, they just build a house on the land and live in it for most part. I mean, I know Alan apparently has some electrical things, but
yeah, I don't know. I wish that they were more transparent about this.
I think the first episode of this should have been a documentary to educate us about what goes on in the Amish.
Not necessarily a documentary, but like maybe at the end it would be nice to have a behind the scenes. Like, how did we get to this barn that we're always shooting in, and whose houses are these?
Right, because usually as an audience, you kind of have like a little bit more knowledge than the people on screen because you have like some kind of intel of some sort. Right. But with this, we don't necessarily, unless you're an Amish connoisseur or you know a lot about the Amish or you're friends with an Amish person or you were formerly Amish or, you know, the list continues. But like, unless you're one of those people on that list, like, you don't really know much about the Amish. So, I mean, there's
it is kind of a secretive community. I mean, they're tight knit and they don't, like, Amish don't really associate with the English. So, yeah, I don't know. These are all good questions. I was also thinking about this stuff. I'm also, not to drag this on, sorry if you guys don't care, but I was also wondering, you know, thinking about the house situation. I know that 2 houses were offered, and one was Alan and Sarah's house, allegedly, and one was James's house that, Emma was staying in, allegedly. But if Sarah and Alan lived in that house that the bats were in initially, then that can't be James's actual house, because James is apparently like an implant from another place.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's either one of the damn houses.
And then what happened at his house?
Like, it is time to move on from that.
Yeah, I have too many questions.
Yes.
So Matt flips the script and he said, well, I'm mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like, I'm mad at them for being mad at me, for being mad at them, because I left and I'm disappointed that they told James, someone told James, well, you weren't there. Like, you weren't there overnight. You don't think that these Amish people are coming around checking on you? Like
I felt exactly the same way. What exactly did he expect? That they were just going to show back up at 4 o'clock in the morning as if nothing happened? Because let's be real, they weren't. And so then what? Everyone's supposed to just be tight-lipped and not tell mom and dad where you are when we're all adults here that signed up to be here? No, bro. You went to a hotel. Own your shit. What do you mean?
And you basically told everybody, and you went there and like it looked like the dead of night to get Kendra out of bed to be like, let's go to a motel.
Yes, it was like 12:50 at night.
Yeah. And then what time are you planning on coming back? And y'all,
exactly.
And what a waste of money to go to a hotel at 12 o'clock at night and then be done by like 3 in the morning. Like, how much was it worth it?
And honestly, if it wasn't that big of a deal, why didn't you guys answer the door when James was there? I mean, I get being scared, but really there's like a 10-person production crew outside the door. Nothing is actually going to happen.
Yeah, you don't have an access time. I mean, I know you can't see him, but
I bet they had a little peephole.
Well, I don't know. They must have known it was him though, because he was knocking on there like, I just trying to talk.
I wonder if there was audio associated.
I think there was. I think I remember him knocking and being like, I'm just trying to talk. Come on.
Oh, I didn't hear him talking, but maybe.
Yeah, he was kind of yelling a little.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying I would answer the door for James, but I also don't, if it wasn't really a big deal, it just made them seem like they were hiding and everybody knew where they were. And I don't know what Matt's ideas were here, that they were just going to be able to go to a hotel and nobody was going to say anything about it. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Even in this show, which is weird. But anyway, so Matt, he shows back up. He's giving everyone the cold shoulder. He talks to nobody, and I mean nobody. They're even all standing on the porch trying to bait this man into arguing, calling him, a child, having a temper tantrum and all kinds of things. And he just packs up his bag and walks on out of there. And nobody's even sad to see him go at this point. And I don't blame them for that.
Mm-hmm.
He was so shit towards Aaron, and that man can't even hear. Like, he's the last to screw him over. Facts about that. I completely
can't even hear.
I know. And even Aaron said that. He's like, I don't know anything about this. I wasn't involved. And he wasn't. He's
like, I've just been feeding cows and stuff.
Yes, that's why he's Alan's favorite, because he doesn't know how to get involved in the drama. He can't.
I know. Later, Alan's like, he's not involved in the drama and stuff that's going on, so he'd be a great Amishman. I'm like, he can't hear any of it.
That's why I think it's really... I don't think Aaron knows it, but I think his hearing issues that he's experiencing is really contributing to his life as an Amish man rather than taking it away. I know he thinks he wants to be present, but man, he don't need to be present to hear this. Well,
and he's also like made some friends, that guy on the one episode, okay. Like, it's good that he probably can't hear all those okays.
It is, or he probably wouldn't have set him up with BJ. And BJ is forever grateful to date an Amish man with a bowl cut.
At least once.
At least one time. So, yeah, this man is mad. I don't really understand why. I feel like, not to bring up Tyra Banks during Tyra Banks week, but I just feel like we were rooting for you, Matt. We were all rooting for you.
Oh, I wasn't. I was rooting for him to stay gone, like James has said.
At episode 1, not now, not today.
Episode 1, sure.
Yeah, when this man showed up, I was like, he is great. And he has, kids. I had lots of questions about how he was going to live his Amish life. But I thought, wow, what a cool guy. Not anymore.
Well, that's part of why I didn't take him as seriously, is because I'm like, you can't move your kids to Pennsylvania, like live across country Amish style. Like, it's one thing to live across country with some kids, where you can communicate and send kids back and forth by airplane. But if you're Amish, what are you going to
Right.
horse and buggy them back to Texas?
Right.
Like, you can't. That's not very feasible. And then how are they going to contact their mother? And it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. No, I had big
strange.
questions about how he was going to arrange all of that. But who knows? Maybe he was going to just take them in and be Amish. Maybe just like James wanted. Maybe he was just going to take his wife back too. Just, this is mine. These are mine. We're being Amish now.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. But I
That's what
don't
James
know.
would have done.
I think, like, I have a kid now. Like, I think if this show were to come up, I'd be like, yeah, I can't. Like, I'm not,
Right.
unless we're all going. Like, I'm not gonna sign up to be Amish now. Like, my ship has sailed.
Right.
I
I
can't
mean,
do it.
I don't know. You really were interested in the Amish life when you were pregnant. So it's
Well, I was
possible.
interested in it just because I had questions, but not to join.
Well, maybe baby Dean wants to join.
Maybe he does, but
Then you'll be like Judah's mom pulling up with your luggage.
he'll have to decide on his own Rumspringa.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, what's the opposite of Rumspringa? Like can English people do this and we can call it, is it this or this?
I figured it was just going to college,
True.
going to classes,
Yeah. I feel like
getting a
you had the
career.
best Rumspringer because you could just come to my college.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there could be like that's what they should set up, honestly. If they're trying to diverse the Amish community, is set up a spring of rum where they take the English people and do this. Like, try being Amish for a weekend.
Yeah, I agree. Or bring the Amish to Rumspringa on a college campus and give it like the
The advertisement it needs.
yeah, some
Yep.
exposure, to
Mhm.
young people.
We got some ideas for you, Alan.
Yeah, sort of like an exchange program, but like
Mhm.
almost it goes both ways kind. Well, that's what exchanges do, right?
I guess. But anyway, so
Anyways.
Alan's idea is to keep them busy so they can stop talking and stop being so dramatic. So he takes
Yep.
Aaron, the least dramatic one, and has him go feed the cows.
Yes. And that was a pretty brief thing. He talked again about he's really going back and forth. Like his biggest hang up in joining the Amish community really is his hearing. So he's still just talking a lot about that. I think Alan is giving him his thumbs up though. I think he sees him as a good Amishman.
Yep. He says it right there.
He did.
He did right there.
Or he
So
did. I got receipts.
in the meantime, the producers drop Kendra off at the very long ass end of the road, like makes her walk so far. Like
Yeah.
we saw them pull all the way up to pick up Matt. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw them drive down that road, and now they're just letting Kendra walk all the way up it.
Yeah.
And I
They
don't know
want
if
her to
somebody
be as
else
red
packed
as
for her.
What?
Did someone else pack for her? She didn't even leave with no luggage. She just like left again.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, maybe she packed beforehand or I don't know. That's a good question. But yeah, they made her do quite the walk. They wanted her to be bright red as her dress by the time she walked up there. Real stimulated for her argument with BJ. Bam. BJ's mad all of a sudden.
BJ went like cafeteria lady on her.
I know. She does. She looks like the angry cafeteria lady.
She does. And you guys know, if you've been in public school, there is always one that is very mad.
Definitely. Yes. Traumatizing. So yeah, she comes in, she asks for everyone to talk. BJ gives her a little bit of sass for a minute.
Yeah, she says she's gonna go do. She's like, there's so many other chores to get done. And what does this lady do? She sits in the rocker and like listens.
Yep. She cannot stay far, like she stays close enough so that she can hear everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the second that Judah mentions her name in no emotional way whatsoever, BJ, what? Judah's like, girl, come over here, you crazy lady. No, but what I will say is what gives you the right.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this scene because they've been teasing it for a long time since the beginning. And I mean, it was everything I wanted it to be, but it also was just like so dramatic. I mean, BJ, get it together, girl. You are so mad about these two going to a hotel room, acting as if they are literally Amish. She says, what Amish couple goes to a motel? They're not a couple and they're not Amish. So,
well, but to also give that credit, they are supposed to be Amish for this experience.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And that is her part and her perspective. And eventually, Kendra and her do come to like agree to disagree about pretty much that exact thing. Like she says, you know, I was giving this a try, but I realized that it's not really the life for me. And from BJ's perspective, she says, you know, you said you weren't going to leave me, and now this man comes and you done left me.
Yeah. And we was friends, and now he's not friends. And then, yeah, in this exact confessional, I mean, she says, like, I think you guys are holding me to a standard, but I'm not actually Amish. Like, but at the same time, oh goodness, Prince's worst enemies there. But at the same time, like, you're also supposed to be being Amish, like, for only for a month. I think you could have just kept it together for a month and then made your decision. I think that's kind of where, like, I get both
a month
sides
anymore. It was 10 more days.
Yeah, but I get both sides of, like, where she's like, well, you're holding me to the standard, but I'm not even Amish. I'm not used to this. You act like I grew up here. Yes, but at the same time, also, you are supposed to be trying
holding
this
yourself
out.
to that standard. She's the one who showed up here to want to be Amish. And I'm not a big, you know, you knew what you signed up for kind of thing. I think a lot of people don't understand what they're getting into until they're into it. And that's just how life works. But at the same time, you kind of know the parameters of what you're at least agreeing to try. And it's not like someone held a gun to your head and made you go to a motel. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, but it's not like somebody did that.
Right. So yeah. And I guess they must have did this confessional, was it that day or something, and they made BJ change, because I'm confused on the outfits here, because she looks like she's had a long day, you know, walking up the road and in the heat, but BJ has a whole different outfit on. So
right. So true.
I mean,
I think BJ has already probably, I don't know exactly.
Well, and Kendra's hair looks darker. Like, did they just have her come back to redo this?
I don't know. It might be the lighting. It might be because it's up now, but yeah, it does. I mean, that's in the sun.
I feel like good to see her closer. Anyways, yeah, there's blonde.
She's got like a ombre situation.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, so Kendra lets them know that she's leaving, and she leaves the same way she came, walking up the whole road.
Yep, in her sneakers.
I'm so surprised James didn't say like anything.
I know. It didn't even seem like he really hugged her. I think at this point he knew he was in enough hot water with Emma that he probably should just keep himself quiet and stay away.
Yeah, he knows the role he played in Kendra leaving too. So he's like, you know what? I'm probably why she left, because I knocked on the door asking them to come talk.
Yeah, but you make a good point. I mean, he was banging on the door last night. Why not ask your questions now? I'm sure he participated in the picnic table conversation a little.
I'd hope so after last night. But he pulls a little Cody Brown in the confessional and says, all this time and effort is wasted. Just not as dramatic.
Yes.
The Amish don't like drama.
Right.
But James creates it all. This is crazy.
Yeah, James is in big trouble. The world is about to start turning away from his direction. And I think he's going to have some wrath coming his way. So the first course of business is his cousin wife, who thinks that they have done something extremely wrong to be sending two people off. She, for some reason, thinks that Matt and Kendra should have been treated better, even though she fully participated in not treating them well and in playing a double standard with her cousin husband, Alan. Oh, the cousin wife was not having it at all. She was so hurt. I feel bad for her, and it makes my stomach hurt.
I know, and
I don't
it
want
all
her to
does.
want her cousin husband, but I also don't want her to hurt.
I know, it's like if this was not, if they weren't cousins, you'd just feel like, oh man, she really got her hopes up for this guy she liked. But now when you add in the fact that they're cousins, you're kind of like, well, maybe this is what's best.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just like, I don't know if she knows this is what's best.
Right. So, I mean, Alan always knows what's best, work and fishing. So he's on a mission now to take some of these English people fishing. He thinks the more skills he can introduce to these people, the less that they'll be worried to deal with drama, because they'll have more work to do, which, there is something to that, but it's definitely the Amish way.
Imagine you can't have any like entertainment in your life. You just have to work the entire day.
The entertainment is the work. It's just a different type of work.
Yeah, because this like Amish cousin relations is even quite dramatic, I think, enough to be distracting.
Yeah, I think that that's probably has some entertainment value to it, I'm sure, especially when you're not married. I mean, we're all humans.
Yeah, what does a horseshoe do? Anyway, so Judah is loving the fact that he is evolving. He has gone from not wanting to touch a chicken to picking fish off the line.
Yeah, he's doing great. Honestly, it is cool to see him evolve in this way. Obviously, he's not an expert at any of these things, but he's never even been in the kind of setting to be around these things like fishing and chopping wood and being around all these animals and all of that kind of stuff. He didn't even want to eat off the plates, like he said. He was kind of a germaphobe and all of that stuff. So I think it is cool to see him evolve. I think he still has a really, really, really lot of work to do, though, if he actually wants to stay. I can't believe he said it's a hell yeah from him to stay Amish. He did. I even have a picture of that, I think. Yeah. I was like, really? Okay. I mean, in the same breath, the other side of the token, he said, but I also have to share this big part, and I might get rejected because of that. But I was surprised too. It's like you touch a fish and now you're Amish. Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what life was really like for him in the English world. And he was, feeling, I mean, honestly, like with Judah specifically, he was feeling a little bit outcast.
He said he felt rejected at home too. Yeah.
But he was feeling outcast because of the being a salt or a pepper in a salt bucket as well. Like, so, I mean, honestly, though, that might be a good way to become king. So, of the Amish.
I just can't wait to be king.
Outcast. So, anyways, Emma in the middle of the night, it looks like, because we're on
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, this just can't take it anymore, and she decides to let James know, like, this is it. Like, you want Kendra, you don't want me. You're not coming in my room in a towel anymore. You went to her hotel room to knock on the door and ask her
her door in the middle of the night, not my door.
Yeah, and we've been diddling a little bit because what else were they doing? I don't. He's like, well, there are a lot of rumors. Yeah, how Forrest Gump? There are a lot of rumors.
Rumors about what? It's like, this is where things start to become also very clear that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, again, that we don't really know about these relationships. And the cast is saying that. Everyone's saying they don't know what's going on. Everyone's saying there's more that meets the eye. There's other things that are confusing them. And I think a lot of it has to do with Emma and James. So I feel like there's even more going on, behind this with James and his rumors. What do you mean a lot of rumors? There's only like 7 people in this whole house.
Well, and when you guys were when Matt came back, when you guys were all standing there, like you and Emma and Alan and all that, like that wasn't a rumor. Alan was like, I think you're into her. And Emma was standing there. So I don't know why this is news to Emma either.
And the man has never denied it. Never once said, no, I'm not.
In fact, he pretty much just was like, I mean, I ain't saying I'm not, but I ain't saying I am.
Exactly.
And on the flip side of that, like, I don't know why Emma's all of a sudden like maybe she shouldn't take it seriously, but it's been said in front of her face.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah, I am. That's why I think that there's more that meets the eye still.
She obviously flipped his hat. Remember, she flipped his hat off if he was watching that girl.
Yeah, and they were wrestling and touching, but like there's more that's going on here because she's clocking him correctly, and I don't disagree with what she's doing or saying, but the timing is weird to me. It's like, why now? Because you'd think if she was so angry and jealous about Kendra that she would have left when Kendra was around. Now Kendra leaves and now you want to leave too because you feel you've been lied and deceived. Like there's something else here and I don't know what it is.
You think she'd just want to keep him for herself at this point because
right, she's like, the witch is dead, now I get this man all to myself. He realizes these English women ain't shit and I'm his only cousin wife. That was a lover scorn. She couldn't even sleep. Okay. Like maybe James getting up in the middle of the night, leaving her bedside, getting dressed to go chase after Kendra so she's not defiled while defiling his cousin wife. I'm getting it now. What a hypocrite.
Yep. It all comes full circle now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy has nothing to say, no dimples out because he knows he's in trouble. And Emma says, I need a better leader. Yes, you do, girl, because this man ain't shit.
Yeah, she's like, I probably would have stayed had I had better leadership. Mm-hmm. That sounds like me leaving my job. Like, yeah, I would have stayed a server if I had a better manager. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's he leading? You should be led by Alan, not James.
True. He's not actually your cousin husband as much as we talk about it, but she treats him that way, right? He's my leader. He's my whatever. I mean, really the only leader here is Bishop Vernon, okay?
He's a part-time lover and a full-time friend. But they ask her, does this have anything to do with James? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So weird.
It's like, lady, you pretty much said it. You went to James when you left. You went up to his room to be like, you want Kendra.
I know. She's really giving this like produced, played out 1950s role. Just like, I won't look at you when I'm angry. Like, looking off into the distance and then she says, I've made up my mind. Just accept it. Like she's talking to the producers or something. It's just, I don't know. It's a little bit dramatic for me for somebody who's so quiet.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a terrible picture, yes, but I wanted to capture kind of the essence of the fact that everyone is starting to comment on that there's a lot more beneath the surface than is what's really going on. And everybody's waking up in the morning. Billie Joe was cooking breakfast saying, I don't really know what's going on. We're all just really trying to soldier on. And James says he has an announcement to make, and we learn that Emma left. And BJ is like, I don't know how she feels at this point. She's just like, these people are dropping like flies. Where is everyone going?
Yeah, like, is there another house that they're going? Well, the Englishman went home, but where did Emma go?
Right. And Judah asked why, and he got really no real answer. I mean, James told everybody that a lot of it was because of their collective reaction to Kendra and Matt, but I think that that's really the furthest from the truth, to be honest.
Oh, for sure.
Days says, it's honestly so weird to watch cousins be in love and stuff. What did Emma even contribute, though? I think Emma contributed that strong Amish backbone.
Woman.
Yes.
And clothes. She did dress them.
Yeah, definitely. I think she contributed that part of it. I mean, I think Sarah's contributing a lot of like the skill part too, but I think, I don't know, Emma brought such a seriousness about Amishness. And I think that was a lot really of why
Well,
she left, was because she started to think, what a hypocrite I am being too by
yeah.
participating in this tomfoolery with my cousin husband, who's not even my husband and is clearly interested in someone else and has now defiled me and is talking about some woman who's a fantasy being defiled.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it seems, I don't know, it seems like she also was more of a stronger voice than Sarah. Sarah seems a little bit more like
Yes.
reserved and stuff, and Emma
Yes.
was like ready to rant.
Right. Sarah could come in with the life experience and the calmness and just kind of bring people into her life. But yeah, I think
The
Emma
mama
was
bear.
the kind of keeping the Amish spirit of being a little rigid.
Sure.
But so was James. I mean, I think if they're marrying their cousins there, James and, yeah.
It is a weird feeling to watch this, knowing that they're
What did Emma
cousins.
say? She said to James, "I can't see why we'd be bad for each other." It's like your DNA. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why you'd
your
be bad
kids
for
having
each other.
extra fingers and toes and things like that. Like
Right. You know how in the first episode they said the kid's been coming out malformed? That this is why you'd be bad for each
the fact that your aunt would be your mother-in-law.
other. Ugh.
It's just, what do you mean? They need to start teaching the Amish about that in schools. Like, I know that they don't have many options, but I mean, there's got to be another option. We need to help them.
Something. Again,
Give them a couple sperm bank babies or something. Like, somebody help them.
maybe. I mean, something has to happen. I do think I might write into Alan and Bishop Vernon and let them know about my college exchange idea. I think they would really like that. I mean, the Amish can just, drop their teenager young adults off at college for
Yeah, and they need to accept a couple teen pregnancies when that happens. Like, just
yeah,
don't
if
shun
something
them.
happens, you better bring those babies back in to be Amish.
Yeah,
The
don't
English
shun
don't
them.
need no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You could
think we got
also,
Amish figured out, and I think if we just wrote them up a business plan, we could repopulate, at least Pennsylvania.
mhm. I also think for every child they have, they should like adopt one or something.
Yes.
More adoptions through the Amish.
Yes.
Maybe that would help dilute
Anyways,
the pool there.
so we I just can't believe that James is just now starting to question if any of the behaviors that he's been doing is going to put his salvation at risk here, put his rejoining the community at risk. Because he's been doing things every single episode from episode 1 where he showed us his giant duffel bag of alcohol out in the farm that say he's not yet ready to rejoin the Amish community. He's
Yeah.
defiling his cousin. He's carrying around a cell phone. He's drinking alcohol. He's having room springer. He's chasing after English women in motels. There's a rumor for you. I mean, geez.
Yep. And the Amish won't even watch the camera footage, so it is a rumor for you.
Exactly. This man was out on his horse at 1:00 in the morning on the way to the motel and then back an hour later. What do you think that means?
He's so lucky that these people can't watch TV because he can truly be himself. Like
He
he
truly
says, he hopes that the bishop doesn't start blaming him for this because he wants to be accepted into their community, and because he's been shunned, and otherwise he have to go to a whole other community where he might not have a cousin to be in love with there.
Exactly. And I think he uses the cousinness as some kind of weird leverage.
Yep.
But Alan has different plans for James.
Yep.
He says, I'm going and I'm talking to my brother, the bishop, and it's not going to be good for James. I have things to say. And then, bam, he arrives at his brother, the bishop's home, who loves to sit in a jungle of plants. And don't we all?
Yeah.
I had so much more admiration for this bishop once I saw where he
His
sits
corner.
in terms of time.
He just sits. I mean, if you're gonna not have electricity or much other than a book, that if you're gonna read a book, you're gonna read it there.
Yeah, and they don't obviously do much decor. So like the plant decor really is giving some personality here.
Yeah, they're all going to be saved if the happening happens.
We got plants.
They got plants on their side.
Alan let him know even about being weird cousins. Yes, he did. I loved this actually. I think Alan was obviously as honest as he could be. This is the bishop, yes, but it's also his brother. So I think it does give him some more standing to sort of be really upfront and honest and not be so closed off like a lot of people are when they talk to their pastor or their bishop sometimes. So I'm glad that he came and had this meeting with him, and he tells them, we're down to 4 English people. Only one of them is a childbearing woman. We are basically screwed. And Bishop Vernon says, that's real sad for us.
Honestly. And then the men, one can't hear, and you don't know it yet, but the other one might just want the Amish men not even help us procreate. So we're kind of in dire straits right now.
They are totally in dire straits. They have no idea. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad news. And Bishop Vernon is disappointed about Kendra and Matt leaving because he really wishes that he could have provided some guidance for them. But then he really gets down to business and look how serious he is when they start to talk about Emma and James. He says, I knew something was off and funky about the two of them when they were sitting in my barn. Yeah.
He asked, he's like, aren't y'all cousins? Like, what is this?
He says, you even look alike, so don't even try it. And then this girl just got this close to his face, and he was disgusted.
Probably because she looked just like James.
They kind of do look alike.
They do, but they're cousins. I mean, they're like first cousins. I mean, who knows?
They're third cousins. I'm not defending it, but cousins. I mean, apparently Christine Brown and Cody Brown are third cousins. So,
well, they're once removed.
Yes, which I think is like some kind of marital situation. So it's not blood, but
I don't know.
But yes, I think this is the message of the day from Pastor Vernon, and we'll move on.
Yes. So he does think that the best thing to do is have the English have contact with their families. It's kind of suggested by Alan because when Alan first brought this up, I thought he found out about the cell phone, and I thought he was going to come to Vernon about that because he's like, well, yeah. Kendra was missing her mom. And I'm like, oh shit, does he know about the cell phone? But no, he does not know about the cell phone. In fact, he's now using that as like, well, maybe we should let them contact their families.
Right.
And I thought they were just going to have them call their families, but they decided to have one family member show up on the farm.
So I don't know if that was the plan or if she really was kind of going crazy because she hasn't heard from her son and demanded to show up, because it sounds to me in this conversation like they're going to provide them access to a phone.
Well, didn't you notice too? Like, I feel like that was always set up because didn't you notice that was the only, like, Judah was the only one who actually filmed with his family.
Yeah.
Like, no one else's families. I mean, you heard Kendra's mom on the phone, but no one else's families actually showed up on camera.
No, I think that's also a good point.
Oh, I guess Aaron's parents, but no one else's.
Right.
I forget about Aaron. Bad.
See, oh yeah, because Aaron's dad was like a driver, right, for the Amish.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, well, yeah, because he's got experience with the Amish, so maybe that's why he was like.
But yeah, I mean, good. Oh, these are good questions. I don't know.
So many questions.
So, but yeah, I mean, I know that this is a reality show. I know it's produced, but I think that there was heavy production going on. And I think you're right. It probably was planned even maybe way ahead of time that Judah's mom was going to show up. So maybe they will still be phoning their family. I guess we'll have to wait and see how the other family is going to get intertwined. I would love for all their family members to come if they were interested. I think that would be a great way to actually expose more people to being Amish, even if they're not going to join, obviously, like just sort of demystify it a little bit, and then they might have some nice things to say. Maybe the friends will be Amish or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I got all kinds of ideas for these Amish people. They need to hire me. I'm not
They
even
should.
in marketing.
But here she is. It is Judah's mom, and she said, I'm coming to get him. If he don't want to come back, that's gonna be
We're gonna fight.
We're gonna fight about it. Yeah. So that's why I was like, well, maybe this backfired on the Amish if they really did send out for her, because she's gonna be taking one of them back. Which honestly, if he needs to have the conversation about his sexuality, anyways. And I'm sure
think
once
that having his
happens,
mom there is a great time to do that, because if they really reject him in a way that he feels uncomfortable or unsafe, then his mom is there and he feels at least safe with her. So maybe that was even part of the production too, but who knows if he's even going to come out at all.
Does he feel safe with her? Because when she walked out, he was like, what's she doing? Like, I don't want to.
He said, I'm so intimidated. But I think they have the kind of, I sense a lot of love between them, right? Like, she seems to be upset with him that she hasn't heard from him, but also she says all of this is out of love that I'm showing up. And so I think they have one of those really strong bonds, but they just they're not like pleasant with each other.
I mean, in most cases, not all cases, I guess, but that is still her baby. So she wants to make sure he's okay and that he comes home with her, because she's sick of it.
And that's where they leave us. I mean, we're supposed to be worried about if Judah's going to leave out with his mom. I really don't. I think he's going to stay until the end, at least. I don't know if he's going to stay after the end, but I think he's at least going to stick out the rest of the time.
These producers are doing everything they can to get everyone out of there one by one.
They sure was. And we are all watching, just like these three ladies.
Although, based on that preview, I don't know how long Billie Jean is going to be watching. Billie Joe.
I know, yeah. So they gave us the still to come, which that got me excited. I'm like, wow, is there going to be like 4 or 5 or 6 more episodes? But no, there is only 2 more episodes. So for the next 2 episodes, things that we can be looking forward to, obviously, is going to be the day of reckoning at the very end. But also, Judah's going to show his mom around, even though she really wants to get him out. And she, I think, is being purposefully disrespectful, right? Hopefully, when she's on the phone during dinner, I think she's just trying to stir the pot a little bit. But that'll be fun for me to watch. So I'm excited to see that. And then BJ is going to get sick. Something's going on with her. I don't know if it's her stomach or what. It just seemed to be her stomach. She was laying down and like gasping, but I don't know. It could be anything.
She could have got a ringworm or something, or a parasite.
Who knows? They be swimming in the creek and everything out there. So she gets sick. She's in the hospital. It looks like at least Judah is there with her. So, but it also looks like she makes it back in time for the reckoning. So they're going to do the reckoning. James says some creepy stuff about putting in a good word. But his dimple comes out, so I can't trust it. That's all.
I know, he gives us with dimples like a bad name. Like,
he does. Like, usually when people's dimples come out, they're like flirting or being nice or being cute or genuinely happy. Like, not
smile.
It's only when he's up to bad things.
Yeah.
Look at even her. Like, she's kind of like, mm-hmm. I know. See, those dimples.
But James is like, mm-hmm.
Yes, they're scary dimples. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan. But yeah, so that's what's to come. I mean, I guess if I'm going to give a prediction here, 2 episodes away from Reckoning Day, I don't know if anyone's going to really stay, truly. But if people were, I think BJ would, and I think Aaron would. Possibly. And I really think that Esmeralda is kind of on the fence. I think the more episodes go by, she really is embracing all of this. But I don't necessarily think she's embracing it so much that she wants that to be her life. I think she just is taking in what she's learning about herself. So I think we could possibly get half of the remaining people, maybe BJ and Aaron staying. But I don't know. I could see them all piecing out.
Well, I do think that they don't show enough of Esmeralda, like, to know where she's at. They only used her for her lashes and her nails. If she didn't have that going on, we wouldn't have heard much from her the whole season so far.
I agree with that. Yes.
All right.
So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. Don't forget to like the video for us. Please leave your comments. Who do you think is gonna kind of get allowed past Reckoning Day, and then also sort of choose, I guess, to stay? I guess that's the other thing. I mean, I don't think Bishop Vernon is gonna exile anyone and say nobody can stay. I think he's gonna allow everybody, unless there's some kind of hoopla around Judah's sexuality or something. But other than that, I think they're all going to be allowed to stay. It's just going to be a matter of if they choose to stay when they're invited. So let us know in the comments. What do you think? Who do you think is going to stay? Where do you think they're going to live? Do they get a house? Do they have to build one? What goes on afterwards? Let us know your thoughts, because we have just as many questions as you all probably have. So yeah, 2 more episodes. Like the video, click the share button, copy the link for us. You can just do that, or you can send it to your friends. We'll see you all next week.
We will see you next week, and keep an eye out for our Love is Blind broadcast. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow at this time.
Tonight or tomorrow. We'll be here, though. Sorry we're late, but better late than never.
We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, so much to discuss. So we will be here. Please make sure that your notifications are on, because we are coming to talk about Love is Blind. We're not skipping it.
We ain't going to skip that.
Yes, not
ain't
Ohio.
No way. Not OHIO, Nick Lachey's hometown.
Yes. So don't forget
How
to like
the whole state your hometown. Can I ask that?
Well, remember the video that I sent you? You guys actually go peep it like right now or the next time you watch Love is Blind. But the Love is Blind seasons used to be listed season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Now they're listed as the cities that each place was in. Atlanta, Denver, whatever. But you get to Ohio and it's just Ohio. So you have all these cities: Charlotte, North Carolina, Denver, Colorado, Ohio, OHIO, and that's all. Like,
that's why they keep saying it. I mean, it makes sense now that Nick Lachey is from Ohio, honestly. Like, it all tracks to me.
Because, his brain is small. But sorry if you're from Ohio, but we're from Michigan, so it's a natural.
Yeah, you don't like us either.
Yeah.
But we don't dislike you, truly. It's just
it's a friendly
individually.
Ride.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just your damn roads and your damn speed limit and your damn everything else. Okay, bye.
All right, bye.